Good day everyone and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on a sim. We're not responsible for your trade and we're not your financial advisor. For those last 2 weeks, it's been the worst performance those last 2 weeks in the market, and this morning was doing well. At this moment, it seems like the market is switching around. You just need to, if you have not any active trade at this moment, just wait a few minutes. Let me show you a very simple way you can predict it before you start auto trading. You can predict if there is a volatility in the market or not, and it's a very simple method. Before you start your auto trade, if we look at the market analyzer is a very powerful instrument in here where it can show precisely the pressure and the direction in the market. As an example, the ES is fired a short trade on the ES, where when the Nasdaq is a buy signal and the YM is a buy signal. Another fact in this market analyzer, we have one signal down on the ES and we have a two signal up on the ES. So that's indicating this market, there is no direction. And when the market has no direction, you should not be trading or auto trading. This is a very simple method that can get you out of trouble on a daily basis. So at this moment, I don't want to encourage you on a trade. I don't want to tell you where the entries. At this moment, I prefer to see if this market going to align with each other and be synchronized with each other. When the ES, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones, they are on the same direction, then you can auto trade any of them and that will make money. But when they are in different direction, doesn't matter where this auto trade coming from, you are gonna get in trouble. This is a very simple method. It does not require 10 years education. It does not require a lot of knowledge. It is a very simple. This can, if it can save one lousy trade a day, a losing trade, let's say your average one trade is $200. If this market analyzer can save you $200 a day, I don't want to talk about how much can make. I want to say if it can save us $200 losses a day, that's $50,000 a year. If this only based on one contract. So this is a very powerful instrument where the first things I do is look at the market analyzer, and as you see, it's like a Christmas tree. There is some in red, some in green. The market is not on the same direction. The 30-year treasury bond almost going on the same direction with the ES. So the volatility is continuing over this bond volatility, and that is causing the rest of the market be, for the last 2 weeks, is intolerable. The last 2 weeks, the performance in the market is not really, it is the worst 2 weeks I've seen for the whole year. So hopefully the market will align in a few minutes, and then we can start calling a trade for you or helping you out where to exit and where to enter. But at this moment, I will not recommend to take any trade at this moment. Being on the side is just a winning than to jump in the market and start losing money. So being on the side does not mean you're not trading, or it does not mean you're checked out of the market. No, it is because being wise and smart and not to jump in to the market direction at this moment. And this is a very wise trader that can build consistency. It does not mean nobody is forcing you to take a trade every single minute. And in those conditions here, whether you are a manual trader, I've been behind the screen for 31 years, and there is some times when we are looking at the chart and we see no trade, even on a manual trade. So you should not be thinking that, well, I'm auto trading, doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter, because any kind of auto trade, for me, when I see on the chart, I cannot find any manual, any trade. This is immediately translate to the auto trades. They're not going to find a trade. So maybe some or the majority do not have a professional eye to see the market, or cannot read the market, is fine. But always, if you depend on what you see on the market analyzer, that can get you out of trouble. We don't need to be wizard trader, no, but what we need to be safe trading. Let me show you this example here, and this has been for 2 weeks now, and now we are going into the third week. The market goes down. When the market goes down, that can activate any auto trade. And then what the market did, went the opposite direction. Then when the auto trade taken long, the market took it down, then it can knock you out of that trade. Then you say, okay, well, this is it. Now the market is fixing to break out, and then the market goes the opposite direction. So the problem is, if we look, just bear with me 1 second. Of course, if you are trading Renko or some other type of a chart, you're not going to see the proper direction in the market. You're just in a delusion somewhere. But if we look at this market, let me explain to you very simple. If we look at this market, before it was the resistance level, it was 42.66, and the support area 42.58. Can you see it? Let me try to open it a little bit so you can see the whole picture here. Then the market broke that level, and then it got stuck on 42.75 as a resistance. Then come back to the same support area, then come back to the same resistance area, then come back to the same support area, and now it's trying the third time to penetrate this resistance line. So if we look, I don't like to draw on the chart, but if we see here, you can see immediately how this market limitation, and this is a nightmare for any type of a trading. So if we look at this picture, we can see support area, support area, support area. Then we see a resistant area, and a resistant area. So maybe some people don't look at it like this, but this is not a good sign for trading. So actually this market is going this way, this way, this way, and this way, and then back to the support, and then now is back to the resistance, and it probably is going to go one more shot. So if we look at this situation here, we can see this market support area is right there, and the resistance area is right there. So the market is stuck in the channel. So when the market is not trending, there is no money in the trading. When the market gets stuck in the channel, doesn't matter if you are auto trading that auto trade or that auto trade or that auto, it's not going to work. Only naive people or amateur people thinks it's the auto trade and maybe I will change the template. Changing the template is not going to change the fact what's going on in the market. Despite the Nasdaq is become on his own he don't follow the ES. But when the ES get bumped into major area, the Nasdaq does not, he stops. And that can cause volatility. So always, whether you are trading Nasdaq, a YM, or any other type of future beside the CL, the CL has their own direction, but always, keep your eye on the ES movement. That can indicate what's going on in the market. So now if we see the, when we first started, and now you can see there is still problem on the ES. There is one signal down and two signal up, indicating there is no direction, or if the ES is going down, is a weak trending down. Immediately it is a weak, it's not strong going down direction. This means when he bump into the first support, he's gonna stop and go back to the opposite direction. And the same area, you see the Nasdaq, always the Nasdaq, when the ES hold on one major area, the Nasdaq stops. And let me show you, it is they all connected somehow. And now if you notice on the ES, a sell position, this is another system for the manual trader, has nothing to do with the auto trader, is saying sell. So if we look on this if we look on between the Nasdaq and the ES, where the ES broke down and was not able to make it, the Nasdaq did the same thing. So it does not mean if the ES gets stuck in a channel between support and resistance, then the Nasdaq is going to do better. No. In those cases, sometimes it's better when you see there is a problem on the ES or Nasdaq, it will be very smart to start trading the CL. When there is a trader is a trader, whether you are trading orange or whether if you are trading coffee, it is the same. It is money, it is stake. It doesn't matter where they come from, whether an ES or a CL. So when you see those direction here, and when you see the market is not going anywhere, always your best offer to jump on the CL. You can always catch a trade, because the older guys like me, we know when there is volatility in the ES and the Nasdaq, you jump on the CL. Also, what we have done last week, this is the ES 1 minute on this new auto trade, and you can see how struggling this market is, and how many trades is taking, so many trades going left and right on the ES. So what we have done, because of this market, sorry to say this, nasty directions and volatility, we have made a special template. I sent it out to my traders, and what we did, we added heavy filters on those, and they did extremely well yesterday, both of them. And as you see, we started those auto trade. We started those two auto trade around 9:30, 9:40. Until now, this auto trades, both of them, is based. I send out a template is based on one contract, because now we need to step a little bit down, not be aggressive. And if we notice here, this auto trade is a staying out for trouble, and it's not taking any trade. And I don't want that auto trade to take trades with this volatility and this movement. So this is on a 3 minutes, and the CL is on a 4 minutes. Yes, there is a lot of heavy filters in there, and it is not able to take in like what you see here. I mean, you can, there is a 20 auto trade in your package. You can do whatever you want. I mean, this one here is an aggressive trade. He already in 1 hour made 1,575, and it seems like he's going down to knock out those two that will give him around $3,000. But he dived in middle of the volatility, where this one here is much safer, because this one here is gonna be a 4 or 5 different system has to agree on the market is going down to the same direction before he can ignite the trade. So this one here, it is the entry without any filter, is on his own, taking the trade without anything stopping him. Where on this one here, there is 4 different system has to agree before they take the short and the long. So it depends on who you are and what kind of personality you are, or what kind of trader. If you are a guy, you don't want to deal with it and you don't want to mess with it, you will be better off with filter. And then this way, if you turn on your auto trade and go to swim or go to bodega, or at least you are safer on this kind of type of a trade than to just go to some kind of bodega or a swimming pool, or go around with your car. This type you cannot. I mean, it is an aggressive auto trading, and you need to keep your eye on it, not to go see a movie and keep your auto trade. So when you come back, you might see 10,000 plus minus. So it is not really smart to do this. If you are busy at work, or you are busy, or you want to leave the house, those kind of charts I will be strongly recommended, because they are safe. You're not auto trading one, you are auto trading 5 different auto trades, and they have to agree on now the market is short before there's 2 charts taking a trade. So the ones they want to be safe, that will be better off, or those people, they have a lack of knowledge in the market. Yes, we all like money. Yes, we like to be aggressive. Yes. But on the last 2 weeks, if you are aggressive, you would have lost a lot of money. So being aggressive in the market is not the smartest things. Oh, I want to make 1,000. Yes. The other one want to make $1 million. You need to make 1,000. The other one want to make $1 million. It's not about being aggressive. It's not what we want. It's what we can do without doing any damages to our account or to our funded account. So usually every year I sing the same song. Once we eat the Thanksgiving, once we sit on the Thanksgiving table, there is no performance in the market. The volume is to half. People are in the Christmas mood. Now they are not into really trading mood. And there is a lot of the market, what happened around the Christmas, I don't know. I mean, every year is the same story. I don't know about this year. But the market moves for a few minutes and dies out for the rest of the day. So you need to switch your brain those next 2 months to when you see the market spiking, and we don't know when. You can optimize from now till Christmas. It's not going to help you. But we don't know if this market going to spike at 9:30 or 9:25 or 10 o'clock or 11 or 3 o'clock. We don't know. So in the next 2 months, what you will experience, the market move a little bit for a few minutes and it then dies out. For the guy is out of the house and he keep his auto trade running, he's not going to see anything or any results because he just letting it go. When you see the spike and let the auto trade take that spike, you hold your horse and you stop trading. So you need to change your attitude on the next 2 months how to auto trade. As an example, the difference between a safe trade where we need 4 or 5 different systems agree on long, on short, and as we see here, the auto trades are not taking any trade until they are lined up. Where this one here is taking left and right trades. If we look at this NASDAQ as an example, this auto trade took a short, and it is excellent entry on the short, and it is right there. It is an excellent entry. And then what happened? The market turned around. So this is something where a lot of traders, especially amateur traders, which 95% of the auto traders are non-professional traders. 95% of the auto traders are not professional traders. They just step in to something they don't know anything about. The thing is, when you put, let's say, your target very high, as an example, if you, let's say, if you want to trade one contract and you are going to put a target, a daily target 1,000 based on one contract, this auto trade is going to be running all day long. And then as you see, the previous trade we were above 2,000 and now we dropped. And this is what happened when you have one lot and you set your target to 1,000. You're going to go up $300-400, then you drop to 200, then you go up to 300, and then you go down to 400. I mean, it's not going to be a win and trade constantly that you're going to gain this $1,000 and because you have an auto trade. But this is the way they think, that if the longer they keep the auto trade running, the more money they make, which is the opposite. Whether you are an auto trader or a manual trader, if you keep trading, it's like you are sitting in Las Vegas gambling and you expecting to win every time, and at the end you lose everything. In the market, you cannot just sit down and bang in on the market like an ATM, expecting money to spit out of the market for you. Especially this next 2 months, you can take my advice. You don't want to take my advice, that's your money in the bank, I don't care. If you are continue auto trading or manual or trading constantly, doesn't matter what type of a trade you are doing, if you are sitting all day long, you're not going to be in the plus at the end of the week. So the attitude has to change on this last 2 months, that once you see this market moved a little bit, you got some cash out of it, stop it. Don't let this market ruin your Christmas with your family and your New Year Eve. And let's enjoy it. So you have to think about it. If you want to be quick in the market and get out, for one contract, depends if you are swing trading or scalping. If you are scalping on one contract, $300-400, you can accomplish this plus minus within the first 2 hours in the trading. Sometimes, if the market is running good, you can go up to $600-700 based on one contract. But then in the afternoon, if the market is nasty, it's gonna wipe up all your profit and a plus down. We had not this Italian Vito, we have Vito from Italy. We had an Italian guy, and he only wanted to trade the DAX, and he was using the swing trading. In the morning, that was 3-4 years ago, in the morning, he sent me a picture. He nailed 12,000 euro in the European session on the DAX. And then in the afternoon, European time, he kept going. I told him to stop. And then in the afternoon, he lost all the 12,000 euro, the European hours, not the US session. So you cannot keep trading 24/7 without taking the risk. Now there is two things with this. Because we did the test on this chart here. If you are running it to 24/7, when we did the test on this auto trade for 1 week, which I'm gonna do this when we have time, I'll show you. You're gonna see there is some huge losses and winning, a huge winning. After 1 week, if you don't stop the auto trade, taking 24/7, then you will find there is a plus at the end of the week. Could be 6,000, could be 8,000, could be 4,000, could be 12,000, but it will end up in the plus if you take the good and the bad. The problem is it will be much safer if you just auto trade the first 2 hours or trade yourself the first 2-3 hours the morning session. And keep in your mind not to go to the red with your PNL, and when you see positive, get out. Whether it is $100, $200, 1,000 or 2,000, get out. This is my advice to you for the next 2 months. So also, every single template you made in 2023, every success template, which we have a lot of success templates, every success template you made in 2023, after New Year Eve, none of them will work. None of them will work. You need to start updating your template immediately. This is a year after year, because we used to have the scalpers overnight, especially during those season here on the next 2 months. And those scalpers, they are really excellent for the night around this time of year. And after the New Year Eve, those templates do not work. You have to make a new template. So as we look at the NASDAQ right now, look at this. Let me show you something. If we look at the ES now, the market is all three to the positive, okay? And now the NASDAQ all three to positive. And now the YM all three to positive. That translation on the market analyzer is right here on your auto trade. The market is in sequence and it is tradable. Whether you are trading NASDAQ, ES, or YM, now the condition of this market, it is tradable because all of it on the same direction and is in sequence. This losing trade here, the market analyzer was lost between long and short. Another things also, if we look why this auto trader closed that trade and why this market did go down, is very simple, because it's not the template, it's not the auto trade. This language is for somebody just jump into trade and he don't belong to this world. It's a very simple, because you see this resistant area, there is a 3-line resistant area. This one here is 42.80, and that's what made the ES and the NASDAQ go down. And that's why the trade is down, because the ES, it is a major area, and the NASDAQ is not gonna keep going when the ES is gonna halt on some major area. The NASDAQ is disciplined and wait. So if you are auto trading the NASDAQ and the ES, is irrelevant. The signal, or if you want to know what's going on in the market, Of course, it's always good to have the NASDAQ to see where we are. If you are auto-traded the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ is no prettier picture with the resistance in here. It's the same problem we have on the ES, and the ES have a 3 lines, and also the NASDAQ has a 3 lines, has a 3 resistance. So now we know that trade is not about your template and your daily target, and it's why the number 4 or number 3 or number 2 trade closed and did not go and earn any more money, not because of your template, it's because of this resistance. So now if we see we are up at 2,600 on 1 minute NASDAQ, 90% of those auto traders that are using ATRs and they are using MACDs, they are brutally today losing money if they are using 1 minute NASDAQ. They will be losing all the time, non-stop. If we look here, the auto trade is taking a trade long, and without even blinking, I know that is a losing trade. Why? This is a heavy resistance here, and it's not clear yet. We are able to penetrate 3 lines. 2 lines we're not able to penetrate, and this is 3 lines. So this trade here on this auto trade, whether we are using this one or some other auto trade, this trade is already in trouble before it started. Has nothing to do with the auto trade. It is something to do with the market condition is not able to break that area here. You're not trading the wrong template. You're not trading the different time frame. The resistance here is blocking your P&L to make money. If this is the language you want to understand. Because if I say it's blocking your trade, probably you still think of P&L. This is what is blocking your money right there. Is the resistance. Doesn't matter what kind of trade you are trading or auto trading, manual, whatever if you wanted to. So this trade here is irrelevant whether your NASDAQ is 1 minute or your NASDAQ is 3 minutes or rank a bar. This trade will make money if this ES will penetrate those resistance, and if they are the market not able to break those resistance on the NASDAQ as an example. Let's take the NASDAQ so you will not get lost on me. So your trade in here is not because from your auto trade. Your trade, if the NASDAQ able to break the resistance, then you will be in the money. If the NASDAQ not able to break those resistance, then you are losing money. Despite your template, despite your auto trade, despite where this auto trade coming from, it's not gonna change the fact this is a resistance and you cannot take long trade in there. This is not an ice cream box. You can just keep milking it to give you money. This is something the auto trade, take a trade, but we are the captain. We need to align this trade, and immediately I knew that trade is not going to make it. For a guy who knows what's going on, immediately he will close it because he knows there is no more long trade in here. Where is the long trade on the ES or NASDAQ at this moment? When we are auto trading, if we are looking at this market, if this market drop below that line, 42.75, the re-entry point on the long is on the ES is 42.69. This is the re-entry. So if this market drop to this area, I'm not talking about one auto trade, any type of an auto trade, and that auto trade take a long, it will make money. At this moment, any auto trade will take a long trade in here, it's not gonna make it. So this is sometimes keeping your eye on the market. It is very healthy to see why you are winning the trade and why you are losing the trade. Once your eye adapt to the market analyzer and to the momentum, the pressure in the market, you keep your eyes on the level, you will be able to manage that auto trade 10 times profitable than it just turn it on and go to some kind of pub and have a pint or a beer or whatever you want to call it. So if you keep your eye on the market, or if you train your eye, if you are busy, I can understand that. So this is where my aiming at. If you are busy, not able to look at this market, you can use the safe auto trade, where there is different system has to agree before they take a trade. So on those here condition, probably the whole day you will have 3-4 trades, but the quality trade, where I'm not saying they're all going to win. Some of them they will lose trade and then they win. But what I'm saying is you will get maybe 3-4 trades on those chart when there is 4 or 5 systems have to agree. Now it is short, and when they take the trade, it's a quality trade. So there is an option for a guy. First of all, you have to ask yourself who you are, what you want. Well, we all want money, yes, but what do you really want? Do you have time to look at it, or you don't? If you don't, then you will go with filtered type of an auto trading, or if you have a lack of knowledge, which in the last 16 years, it's not unusual to have a guy hardly knows how to turn on a computer and he want to go straight life, which we have non-stop those kind of people. You want to go straight life, and some of them, when they go straight life, they don't know if they are in the market or not. They close the Ninja Trader and they still have trades at their broker. So this type of trading, if you don't have time to keep or babysit an auto trade, on the long run, that will be good for you. Now the CL took a trade. Look, it's been running for 1 hour and now decided to take a trade. On this one here, if you are behind your computer and you know how to manage it, you can get your money quicker than this filtered one. The filtered one, they are slower, you gain it slowly, and it is less work. So there is 2 options how you wanted to, what you wanted to play, how you want to tangle with the market, how you want to approach the market. As you see here, now the CL has been quiet for a long time, and when he took the trade, he took it right before the breakdown in the market, where 4 system agreed it is short. If we want to measure between that, irrelevant what how many contracts you have in there, if we want to measure between this one and this one here has been taken maybe 20 trades, where this one here can take 2-3 trades, 4 trades a day. But then you get quality trades. In other words, it's a very safe trade, less, it does not require a lot of knowledge, and you keep it simple. When we made the template, to the traders and send out this one here. I made it based on one contract to keep them safe, but they can add whatever they want to. They can add 10 contracts, 20, whatever. They know how to do this, but I send out the template based on one contract because for safety. So as we see here, so first you need to know who you are, and then you say, well, I want to scalp, I want to swing trading, I want safe trading, or I want to manage and keep my eye on the market, and I want this auto trade to finish in the 2 hours or whatever. So depends on the traders. Now, if somebody, which we do, you know, give me the best. Yeah, I mean, what, I'm not selling tomato to give you the best couple tomatoes on top of the box or something like this. It's what you want. Is if you wanted to be aggressive, or you wanted to be conservative, you want to learn or you don't want to learn. You want to read the market or you don't want to read the market. It's not me. I don't know what you want. So both are auto trades, but both of them are two different type of an auto trade. On the Nasdaq is 3,600 on 1 minute. Brilliant. It's very good. And then we have the ES took a perfect trade short. So it is you decide which direction you want to go. I cannot read people's mind or what they do, you know. So this Nasdaq at this moment have 3,600. I don't know what will happen in the afternoon. It's like you are sitting in Las Vegas. I don't know in this afternoon, this auto trade, this one here, now it's 10 o'clock, it's 10:44, it's been trading for an hour and a half. That's fine. I don't know in the afternoon, it can go up to 10,000 or it's gonna clean the 3,600 from my account. So this is where you're gonna experience those next 2 months. Most likely on the first 2 hours, there is some kind of small movements in the market, all the way till Christmas. The closer you get to the Christmas, the more the market is gonna get flat. And when you see plus, you take it, whether it's $100, $200, and run away with it, or 1,000 or 2,000, depends on your account. Or if you are going to stay all day long, most likely the next 2 months you will be losing money, because the market gets really nasty during those 2 months and start getting slower and slower. The closer you are to the Christmas, the slower the market is gonna get, and this is where we get beat up, you know. So this trade here on the Nasdaq, I don't know if it's gonna be winning trade or losing trade. If we look at the Nasdaq, what is this Nasdaq? Here is the Nasdaq. Where is the auto trade? This is the Nasdaq trade, and if this Nasdaq able to break this last line, we will look at the ES. Is the ES able to break those double resistance? if we look at the ES, it seems like it's going to try the momentum very strong. The high time frame is up. The buyers with 6 different time frame is much higher than the seller. The market analyzer from 1 to 30 minutes, 1 to 30 minutes is into the green. So there is a possibility for this ES to break those immediately. We can spot that. That means this one here is going to be winner trade. Simple as that. Because this one here, the ES, is about to break those resistance, the final destination. If we break those double resistance, we climb in directly to the final destination is 42.94. And now the Nasdaq is climbing. He broke this resistance. He is out of the turbulence. He's flying over. And now we know that trade is going to be a winner trade. Not change in templates. It's a winner trade. So here it is. And broke even. So we are more relaxed. There is a profit taken on target 2, institutional number. That will be taking a profit in here. The target 3 normally is for the afternoon. It is the last target. Seems like the market has lined up. We look at the market analyzer is lined up. So there is a good chance for this ES to go for the third run. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Vito. And congratulations, you missed the webinar. Also, we congratulate Vito. He got approved for his account too. He got approved for his founded account. Also, you didn't bribe the man, did you, Vito, to give you the license? You're an Italian. So there is a profit taken on target 2, and here is a profit taken on target 1, so we are okay. The CL is taking a trade, we have no problem. The Nasdaq is taking the direction we're doing that, and all of it is when those 3 ES, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones, when they are when they are 3 on the same direction. When there are 3 on the same direction, it does mean the market is here is a certificate of founding, 250,000, and congratulations. Actually, we have now over 50% people got funded, over 50%. Practically every trader we log in, they got funded. Not the new people, not the ones that just clocked in a month ago or 2 months ago, but the majority of our traders, the ones they've been with us for a couple of years, they got funded. Okay, we clocked as $4,000 on that auto trade, and that's good. I think we're done. There is not much done now. We hit the target 2. Once we hit the target 2 institutional number, it's gonna go between target 1 and target 2 for the next 30 minutes. Every time when we hit the target 2 institutional number, as you see, it's gonna go back and forth, and that is gonna drive you crazy. As we see here, the momentum start getting weaker, and the market is gonna go between target 1. Every time the market hit target 2, it's gonna go back between 1 and 2 for 30 minutes. So it is over. Folks, that's all what we have for you today. Thank you very much. Wish you pleasant, safe evening. Bye for now.